We go. Oh, hello, Internet. Your old beard buddy Jed here, and I'm here to play the PS4 version of Cartoon Network Battle Crashers. Let me turn down my audio here. Oh, Game Mill. Not a name that instills thoughts of this is gonna be good when I see it. It could be though. As you can see, you got Jake and Finn. You got the regular show. You got Clarence. You got the gumball guy. You got Steven Universe, and you got that fucking awful Uncle Grandpa. I fucking hate Uncle Grandpa. I've only seen one thing of Uncle Grandpa, which was the shitty April Fool's crossover episode with Steven Universe. And let me tell you, not a fan. Never will be a fan. And actually, I think a couple of these shows are canceled, if I'm correct. So that's the thing. Anyways, this is a beat 'em up. There's also a 3DS version. I don't know if it's different. Probably give it a try. Oh, thank God. Hey, Okami. Steven Universe! If I have to swallow an Uncle Grandpa pill to get some Steven Universe on a console game, I'll do it. I'm already getting the vibe that there's gonna be no voice acting in this. Alright, apparently the other modes you can't pick. Right off the bat, at least. Clarence City. Aberdale neighborhood. Get a triangle button for credits? Okay. Like there's 3 levels here. And it looks like we don't get a choice, at least off the bat, of who we get to play as. So I get to be Clarence. I've never watched Clarence, so I mean, or whatever show he's on, I don't even know. So here we go. We got a jump. Controls feel pretty fluid, and we got a square to spray. I'm guessing that's soda? Is that a soda gun? I don't know. Oh, I also have a trash can on my back, which I don't understand as well. It's the penguins of the Ice King. Maybe they look weird. Crystallized or something. I'm gonna pop myself down here, actually. As you know, going in blind, so kind of hard to say. But this game starts with like nothing. I mean, for a game that's clearly aimed at children, it gives you little to no information. Gumball Watterson. Now I can play as him, who has a vacuum cleaner that regurgitates stuff. Okay. I feel like he hits harder. I'm actually reviewing this for Destructoid, so we're gonna play this motherfucker all the way through. I don't know that I'll do it on stream all, but let's see. Alright, so shards make you powerful, so I guess we're gonna be aimlessly collecting them. There's secrets in this here chest. You can tell because it said secrets on it. Man, I hate the D-pad on the DualShock controller. It's just not good. You can play. Luckily, you can play this with a stick, but don't know. Sticks never felt right for beat 'em ups for me. It's harder for me to like double tap to run on a stick than it is a controller. That said, it doesn't look like you really need to in this game. Characters just have one speed. Oh, look, it's Finn and Jake. I love beat 'em ups though. I love that Jake is just used as a sledgehammer here. It looks like you only have one move to begin with. Is that a lemon guy? Why are these all crystally? Something's going on. Also, I want to say that this is a budget price title as well, so you can't judge it as a full price game, but no. I'll tell you right now, the biggest thing this game is lacking, other than you know, I mean, the biggest thing it's lacking is definitely voice work. I mean, you have these iconic characters, and you couldn't even like get some voices from the show, like. I mean, thankfully we don't have to hear Uncle Grandpa, so. Shoots fire. So far, I like Finn and Jake the most. I just want to point out too, it looks like each character has their own health. So they share shards. Oh, I see some Steven Universe stuff. We get to play as her? Oh, you have to use a button combination to enter blue portals. Is this a thing? I guess. Except for it just straight up tells you on the screen there, so. Guess we'll do this. This is a, oh, I like that effect. That's a cool effect. I'll give him that. You get closer to the screen and the character gets bigger. I'm surprised I haven't seen a beat 'em up do this before. It just actually makes sense. But I guess a lot of beat 'em ups are just purely sprite based, so. Die, giant yellow dildos! Why would he make that sound in the air? I don't understand. I guess that was a thing. Back to killing trash bags that are full of jewels. I didn't get too impressed, Okami. Just that one thing. One simple effect. Which unfortunately it looks like they only do on that screen. If they do it here, it's so minor that I can't even tell the difference. What the fuck is with all these trash cans? You can't even do anything with them. Boy, I hope the next level is better. Oh, so who you play as depends on who you level. Well, that's a thing. And you unlock their skills. Very neat. Apparently there's secret items we can find as well. Not very secret if you just tell us that you can find them. Yeah, I can see why I like Finn and Jake best, because their stats. Look, this is 4 people, though. Why does the music drop for me to read this? Alright, I gotta use Gumball. Get rid of the stink. Oh, Gumball can also break the trash bags pretty easily. Gumball does have a pretty good length on his gun. What is Robot Guy? Apparently this will call on my buddies to help me. I don't want to use it yet though. Oh, it's that guy who just did that, and that was it. Better get this strawberry. There's my triangle button I unlocked, by the way. Apparently just makes me Hulk smash. The problem with all these stupid collectible gems is it would be a far better experience if they just like zap to you instead of manually making you walk and get them. You know, like most games, the things just automatically like zip to you when it's a collectible and you're close by. Like even Sonic games figured out that, hey, that just works better, and they started doing it. Not so much in this game. I actually end up like, sometimes I play like a lot of kids games for one reason or another. And boy, I don't know, like, why kids games have to be so bad, like, why they're so bad. Like, there's definitely adults like me that are fans of a lot of these series, and they just don't make good games. They could sell so many more. I would love to give this game a good review. It's probably not going to be, judging by these first 2 levels of boring nothingness, but man, kids get the rawest deal, and like people, like developers and publishers make these games, like they just shit out these shitty fucking games because they know that they'll sell. Like Uncle Jimmy is gonna go to the, you know, or whoever, grandma is gonna go to the store and they're gonna like, oh, there's that Steven Universe that my little Jimmy likes, who's named after his Uncle Jimmy, and I'm gonna get him this game because I know he likes the character. Meanwhile, back in my day, in the NES era, when I was little, games that were featured characters that I liked were actually good. You had DuckTales, amazing game. Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Ranger, also an amazing game. Both of which were kind of Mega Man-ish, in a good way. Who else? I feel like there was more like cartoon-based games that were good. I don't know, I can't remember off the top of my head, but they just don't make kids games like they used to. I think my review for this is finally going to be the rant that I've always wanted to do, but I've never put it on paper, which is It's just like, why do publishers and game developers hate fucking kids so much? It's a secret door. I don't know the code to red ones. Can't even like put in a code either. When they do tell me the code, they better let me backtrack or I'm gonna kick some ass. Hey, Link! Well, the original Ninja Turtles game is an exception to the rule. Which actually, it was still not a bad game. It was just underwater levels, and then some of the jumps were a little ridiculous, but otherwise, I liked it a lot. DuckTales actually had a sequel that seemingly everyone forgot about. It came out like real late in the NES's life span, but I really liked it as well. I don't think it was as good as the first game, but it was still really good. God damn it! Things in their poison musket. I don't know why I keep blowing all these out. Like, does it matter? Probably not. How can anyone play this game all the way through without getting paid? The problem with this game, too, is like, it's beat 'em up, but there's like barely any enemies. And they're already so repetitive that it's just not even entertaining. By the way, this is the PS4 version in case you're just tuning in, and the download for this is like 200 or 400 megabytes. I can't remember. It's one of them. It's under 500 megabytes, so that's a thing. Nope, we have to come all the way back to get that stupid doorway. I think you unlock the skills pretty quick though. This is gonna be a boss fight. By the way, if you go watch a trailer for this game, they show like so little gameplay. Like they knew. This might be the boss that they actually showed too. I don't recognize these guys. Is this from, is this from some cartoon that I don't watch, or is this just some shit that they made up? Because honestly, I only watched, Steven Universe, and, that wasn't hard at all. Steven Universe, Adventure Time. That's really it. I've never really even watched regular show. Like I've seen probably an episode, but red glowy thing. Who would have thought that I have to hit it? That's my O button, by the way. I get Jake boomerangs. Which is apparently permanently a thing. What is this one? Oh, it's a Jake stretchy arm grab or bitch slap. Trying to see if they do different amounts of damage. Oh yeah, this is definitely. Christ, it's like so hard to hit that. Yeah, you definitely do more damage with a hammer. Wasn't that a thrilling boss fight with the one music track that just was ever like constant? Never changed. I wore my BMO shirt just for this too. I don't know if you noticed that, but because you know it goes in my butt. But oh, Steven Universe level. Steven Beach City. We just have what, regular show in Steven Universe still? They just got all the other characters that people were like sick of out of the way first, I guess. Now this is what I was planned for. Oh boy. Oh, I can charge his. And leave a bubble there. Other characters charge? Doesn't seem like it. Trying to see if I can break those or something. That doesn't even make sense. Like, he doesn't even use the bubble as, like, an attack. He uses it to defend himself. Like, whoever made this game, did they just, like, not bother watching these shows, like, at all? They're just like, well, saw him use bubble, now he uses that to attack stuff. So that's what's happening. My walkie-talkie power. Like, it doesn't even block projectiles or anything. Son, I'm disappointed. Now that's a meme from before y'all's generation. Son, I am disappointed. You had one job, Cartoon Network. Which was to make your own, like, represent your own property appropriately. Who knows how the fuck you get in there either. I honestly think you can't until it deliberately tells you the code. Oh no, I somehow switched Uncle Grandpa to shooting things from his fanny pack. How did that happen? Because now it's not working. I think I accidentally switched to his, like, secondary somehow. But I haven't unlocked yet. It's his tiger that shits rainbows. See, now magically I'm doing this again. So she doesn't even tell me how to get into the mirror. That's good. Unless that did tell me and she didn't have to like deliberately tell me. We're gonna go look. Oh, it's gone. Surprise, I figured out how to put out the fires. It's with the kid that sprays soda. I'm the smartest. I'm so smart. I feel like you can just spam the button with him. And there's no delay, but maybe there is. I just done goofed, didn't I? Maybe not. Extra spicy sauce. I hate how abilities only take effect to one character, and not both. Like, Steven can fly, but not here, I guess, so... The sound effect of hitting, like, this wood and stuff is just so not good. Oh, now I am angry. Is there a SpongeBob under there? Wouldn't be surprised, because, you know. You know, the developers of this probably didn't even know the difference between Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. Here I go again. On my own. Traveling down the longest beach the world has ever known. I feel like you would have to try to die in this game. You'd have to deliberately just run at enemies and just be like, you know what, why don't you go ahead. Go ahead, kill me. Oh, you're just gonna run away, okay. These guys are actually taking some hits. So we brought out the big bopper. Oh, I found the hidden item. Makes you run super fast. boomerang. Oh, he like pulls enemies in too, right? Yes, he does. I feel like Jake and Finn way more useful than anyone else. They have a ranged attack, they can pull them in, and they do the most damage, so like, why would you not? The hell is that thing? Sweet. Jump into the fire. It's the name of my autobiography. Wait a minute. Why is this lit up? Oh, because I have to go back to the landfill and ask Skips for the thing, right? Yeah, it's legit making me go back to this level. That's good. Hey, tape deck Chris. Is this legit just gonna be the same level with no difference? Because that's shit. I kind of like how the fog, it looks real. Like they probably looped a real video in there and then like colored it and stuff. Like if they would have done more of that, like instead of just going straight cartoon, the game would have benefited. But here we are. Oh, look, now there's fire here. That's different. So, is this what like makes me level up? Is the gems? And not actual combat? That's good. I can't believe we're replaying a level already. We made it mere minutes into this game before it was like, you know what? Go replay this level because there's a character there now that you need to talk to because fuck you, we hate children. Yeah, it's this guy. He's doing the guy thing. I don't know why I'm obsessively putting all these out. It seems to benefit me none. I guess because I'm just desperate to do anything in this game. Oh, you can go this way now. Alright, that's different. Good on them. But they should have let me do this before now. I hate this gym system with a passion. I hate it. You know what's weird about needing a map of Beach City? Is the fact that you're Steven Universe and you live in motherfucking Beach City. It doesn't make any sense. I hate. It was like, hey Mario, you need to find a map of the Mushroom Kingdom. I realize you've lived here for like 30 plus years, but come on, brother. We know. You know as much as we know. Is the name of the game intentional? I don't know what you're asking. It seems like Castle Crashers if Castle Crashers were made by incompetent idiots with no respect for the source material. Oh wow, that fruit gives you a ton of health. If you went this speed the whole time, maybe this game would be better. I could literally play this with my eyes closed. That's how much thought this game takes. Oh look, it's another one I can't get in because I don't got the secret code. So they want me to play this level 3 times. This is what the developer's telling us by doing that. Hey, you fool. You only played this level twice. You better play it a 3rd time if you want to get everything in the game. Gross. Yuck. Yucky. These developers actively hate children. Parents who knowingly buy this for their kids actively hate their kids as well. It's basically child abuse, let's be honest. That was pretty cool, but I'm not familiar with this show, so I don't know. Was that cool? Was that accurate? How much fun I'm having. Look how much fun I'm having. Apparently leveling up Steven Universe is like mad hard. I get to go back to the Steven. Oh, you gotta be joking me. You gotta be telling me jokes right now. You want me to play this level again? Yeah. You gotta be joking me. You gotta be fucking joking me. Why? Why? Why do these developers hate children? Yeah, we get it. You say the same shit because there's nothing. There's not. You just fucking play the same level. This is like, hey, I fucking don't like to be around my kids, so I'm gonna go ahead and, like, you know, just put my kid in front of this game. Because I fucking hate that little shithead. And this is the game they're gonna play. Because I fucking hate that little piece of shit. Little Jimmy. Fucking dickhead. Here, look at your favorite video, your favorite cartoon characters being abused in front of you. You like that, Jimmy? Huh? Oh, you want to see more of the game? Well, you better fucking repeat these levels over and over. You know, back in my day, you'd get in trouble and you'd get some extra chores, but now you get to watch your childhood get murdered in front of you while you're a child. Should have known. There's been like 0 good Cartoon Network games. Meanwhile, Adult Swim somehow rocks out good games all the time. Which I don't understand how that works. Play this classic Steven Universe attack of blowing up bubbles to kill enemies. Not to shield yourself, but you pop them on enemies. Classic. It happens in every episode. I remember that one episode where he's like, listen, my lesbian moms, you guys need to come here and let's fight this monster by popping bubbles in his face. And the lesbian moms are like, oh, Steven Universe, you half man, half child, half Jim, half your mom. We'll fucking do that with you. And then they all kiss and turn into this thing. There's like some homoerotic petting, lots of poly stuff. And then Steven's like, you know what? I'm gonna pop this bubble and I'm gonna eat entire French fries, not just the bits, because, you know, I eat entire fries. And then a death metal song comes on, sung by Steven Universe. Not to be confused with, you know, ukulele. Obvious Steven Universe stuff I'm talking about here. Every fan would know. Every fan of the series would know this stuff, you know. And then obviously there's Steven's uncle who lives in a van down by the river. His name's Matt Foley. And he used to be a funny comedian until he died of cocaine, and now he's just Steven's dad. So that's my life. Classic Steven Universe. You'll have a lot of time to play this game when you're living in a van down by the river. Am I right? I mean, you can do stuff in like, to be serious, you can do stuff in games that doesn't necessarily like make sense, like canon wise to the show to a degree. But it can't be something like, hey, Steven's bubble that he usually uses to protect himself, even though he can like spawn his mom's sword, we should make that his weapon and not a shield. Versus like in the DuckTales game, you're like, oh, Scrooge McDuck's cane, also a pogo stick. Does it make sense canon wise? No. Not that I know of. Is it still a lot of fun though? Yes. Does it work for that game? Yes. Is the cane important in the TV show whatsoever? No. That's why it works. That's why this game pisses me off. Yeah, where the hell's Lion? Trying to level Steven to see what his abilities are at this point, so even though playing as him is hashtag not fun. I bet he tells me to get the map still. Nope, they actually thought of that. So I literally had to walk through that entire level again just to be told, hey, you've got the map now. Well, at least Trump's president. Hey, thanks for the cheer, Dingleberry. Look, we finally get to do a new level after repeating 2 levels out of the 4 that we've played. We've already repeated 2 of them because the game forced us to. Because fuck me. I got the abilities now. Caves are extra dangerous because monsters in caves can heal themselves. Be sure to finish off every enemy before they start healing. Oh, I see what's gonna happen in this game. Do you guys see what's fucking gonna happen here? Not only do those enemies heal themselves, but they also poison me. So what this game's gonna start doing for difficulty is just stacking things like that until it's excruciatingly difficult to play, and then I rage quit and write a review that just rips it apart even worse than it's already getting ripped apart. The dark mirrors are the worst. Yeah, thanks Fire Princess, for totally being useful. That information. Wonder if we're gonna see one of those challenge room door things again, or if that was just like a one-off thing. Oh, you can press O. Press O to be shielded. So that's a thing. Even though he's walking like he's in a bubble and not with a shield in front of him. What the fuck? You press that's his triangle butt attack, his special attack. Is a cannon, which I don't remember. I don't remember that. I remember seeing the cannon, but I don't remember it being on his shoulder. Maybe that was the case. So I just paid 50 shards to get in here. Okay. What is the point of this? I guess that was fun. Howdy, Dingleberry, and everyone else in the chat that are decided to put themselves through this with me. I swear, I just like sign up for games that I have a sneaking suspicion will be bad, but I just hope that they're good. And they're never good. Sweet, sweet frame rate lag. Too many crystals at once, I guess. Or slowdown, not frame rate. Same difference, really. At least the area effect on Steven's bubble is like ridiculous. Did you see those pro jump skills? Jokes on these guys, you can just walk up and one-shot them with Steven's charged bubble. Do you wanna build a snowman? Remember that part in that Elsa movie? You remember that part where she goes, "You wanna build a snowman?" And then she turns into Lord Satan and eats her sister's fetus. Right in the womb. Good movie. Use pufferfish instead. Guess I'm gonna try to get Uncle Dickhead, who just randomly switches between his abilities every time he gets hit, I guess. Or he just randomly switches because his show's so random and silly. I'm actually just going to kill these guys with other characters. This is triangle attack, by the way. Kill him with other characters, and then I'll grab the gems with the shitty Uncle Grandpa. Why does it list Little Buddy under his name? Jam Bud. I don't understand. Why is their names? Every time there's like a lot of gems on the screen, it just like major slowdown. It shouldn't have been that hard. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about. The brand parody version of Turtles in Time? Like the one on a different console or the Genesis one, or I played Turtles in Time on SNES and it was good. Grandpa's the worst. I'll never do it. Oh, force me to do it. It says to go right, but you know what? not my first rodeo. I'm going left. No one will stop me from going left either. We are the Crystal Lesbians. Nothing wrong with being a crystal lesbian. But that ice is really annoying, by the way. Gotta get these gems so I can have the best Uncle Grandpa moves. This fire somehow doesn't melt this ice. Yeah, what all shows are getting canceled, Akami? I know there's a couple of them. Or is there like a lot of them? Yeah. That's the thing about the NES tape deck, Chris, is like having restrictions on what you can make forces creativity. And now, like, games are so less focused and stuff. They always try to do one thing or another, and it ends up making them worse because of it. Like, they're just not focused enough. Grandpa's so shitty. Oh, look, it's one of the doors that I don't have the code for. And they expect me to replay this level. I'm sure they'll force me to, because fuck this game. Oh, we get to fight a Steven Universe boss. It's gonna be good. Ah, the classic Fry guy. Fry bits. Which also doesn't make sense for him to be, you know, for this happening, because he's not a bad guy. Just an outfit that someone's in. What do we know? Said the developers, we don't watch cartoons. Cartoons are for those little fucking kids we hate. Like, this is really the best character they could have found out of all the Steven Universe enemies and things. They were like, you know what? Let's take the Fry Bits costume and just fucking make that the boss. Because it was in the one episode we watched before we made this game. Well, that's all of Unky Grandpa's. The Amazing World of Gumball. We might as well start as him to see what his abilities do. Really? I just have to fight a lot here until the bell rings? What the fuck is that? You just like teleport with his head, okay. And then Y just pops his head off and it explodes. Alright. That's his triangle. I keep saying Y, but... Oh no, I died. Then it just switches you to the other character. And that character is gone. Dead forever. The end. This triangle is definitely the best so far. Oh, and he's got the NES Power Glove. Which has super long reach. And seems to do a shit ton of damage. Because those boxes break like instantly. What the hell are those things? Wonder which character's the most broken. Which character's broken? Guys, look at all the fun I'm having. Look at all the fun I'm having. Look at this. Look at the fun. Look at the fun. Oh, is it over? Is it over? Can I continue having more fun? I'm gonna have more fun. Don't touch the electric mirrors. You wouldn't want to be electrocuted, so then you have to stay in this hell any longer than necessary. Why are there just broken mirrors everywhere with different abilities? Why is that a thing? Why does the game give me power-ups when they're not useful? Because there's no fucking enemies. I like that no matter which character you use, the outcome's always the same. Of just explosions on the screen. That was fun. I just held square without looking. No, that's fun. I don't care who you are. What game is the... what cartoon is this pufferfish from? I don't recognize it. Good, we can't get into those. I've been able to get into one of them. Even Universe first season? I guess I don't remember it. It's been so long ago. Guys that stun you are really fun. Somehow you get them to stop stunning you by electrocuting them. It takes away their electrocution powers. Logic? Oh, we're gonna have to replay this level. To go up there. Guaranteed. Because God hates us. Because he's dead. God's dead, obviously, or he wouldn't let this week happen. And this game. He thinks I'll hit the top level with him since I have like 700 shards. Nope, still didn't do it. Read the level. Gumball. Pretty much it. Still 3 characters. It's a concept that sounds cool about like not getting frozen in place by a shushing librarian. I like the librarian thing. It's a dumb, stupid mechanic. I give the game that. Why? Why did it let us in one of these and not the others? I was trying to figure out the button combination. Turns out there's not one. Oh, this is a bomb guy. Classic character from I don't know what. Because they just, why does it sound that way? Because they just randomly stuck in music that they got from their, whatever library they bought music from. That's what I'm guessing. Because bad game design is bad. That's why. Bad game design knows no limits. got bad sound design. Oh, the classic generic cherries and gems from every cartoon, I guess. We're gonna get to like 300 with him, and then we're gonna switch to level all the other characters. Alright, we need. I got shushed by the librarian. So weak. Playing this sim is not fun. We're gonna go back to this method. Bring in the big bopper. Get the gems. Switch. I don't understand. Is there some tell between these? Oh, that's fun. Money to gain money. Avi. Small loan of $1 million, and I too could be a white supremacist president. Oh, we got the purple portal code now. Triangle XL. Get the 500 with him before we switch. I want to point out that I've gotten 0 trophies so far for playing this game. At least that I can remember. Really, I had to beat the hell out of this chest for next to nothing. Good. Oh, thank God! I can't even fucking believe this. It's really gonna have me do the fucking very first level again. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it? Yeah, you can't even play it on the harder difficulties yet. Anyone that does that must really hate themselves. Trophy. After I finish this, guys, or at least once I finish this and get my review up, I mean, got Titanfall 2 to play, and Dishonored 1 and 2, and a bunch of indie games, Forza Horizon 3, what else do we have that we haven't even played yet? I'm trying to think, there's gotta be something else I'm forgetting. Oh, there's more PlayStation VR stuff to play. And then soon will be Pokemon Sun and Moon, which I may or may not have already, but I haven't had time to play it. Plus, I can't really play it on stream yet. So there's that. Gage has been playing it as well. Gage has been playing it non-stop. I don't know what Gage just said. I'm not repeating it. Gage isn't under an embargo. Gage, his opinion is that Pokemon Sun and Moon is the best Pokemon game to date. Keep in mind, Gage cares about things like seeing cute Pokemon and dressing up girl characters, so that's all you need, he's pleased. Meanwhile, he hasn't played Yokai Watch, which is far better than any Pokemon game ever! Character-wise. Gameplay-wise? I've not even watched the trailer of Robinson the Journey. Is it on other things as well? Is it on, like, is it a PSVR exclusive? That's the one by Crytek, right? Which, not the biggest fan of Crytek, personally. but I feel like Yokai Watch has like a lot of good things about it, but it's just not refined enough. And the sequel is even worse. The sequel, they just seem to add shit in to make it grindy and last longer, since the first one was so short. I'm gonna play Robinson the Journey when I get a chance, because it has dinosaurs in it, right? And it's like a full price title, so. Are you you gotta be fucking shitting me. They made me come here to talk to her, who's been in basically every level, for her to tell me, oh no wait, it's probably in the school that you were already in. Just before this, go replay that level after you finish the rest of this level, because fuck you, we hate children. This is child abuse, the game. This sick filth should be banned. See, this Robinson the Journey. Rolling Stone writes about video games? Shit, son, I need to get in on that. Apparently you can be a friend with a dinosaur in Robinson the Journey. And IGN gave it a 5.5 out of 10 though, so that's probably not good. Sorry, I just need to take a break from this and look up the Robinson the Journey reviews real quick. It's got a 67 on OpenCritic. See if there's anyone that we've ever fucking heard of that gave it a review score. Not that, you know, only big sites can have valid criticisms. It's just you see a lot of small sites hand out easy softball like scores a lot because they're just happy to have the game and they don't want to piss off the publisher. It's kind of a weird thing. PlayStation Universe gave it an 8. Twinfinite gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Metro Game Central gave it a 4 out of 10. IGN gave it a 5.5 out of 10. WCCF Tech gave it a 9. The 6 Axis gave it a 6. Trusted Reviews gave it a 4 stars. PlayStation Lifestyle gave it an 8. So reviews are all over the place. It seems to be the case with a lot of PlayStation, or not PlayStation, a lot of VR games in general is like I think the problem with like VR, the problem with it and its reviews is a lot of games, a lot of people, a lot of reviewers might not have played other VR games or things of that nature. So when they finally play something that even remotely resembles the game, instead of just a glorified tech demo, a lot of times they'll be like, "Oh, this is awesome," and you just get like a little awestruck. Similar to, I always like to bring up like back in the day when audiences were screaming and ran crying from a theater when there was a shot in a movie where a train came towards the screen. And the first time you experience something, or really, you know, get in there with something like that, it has a bigger impact on you than when you start to get used to it and get kind of, I don't want to say like jaded, but like not as excited by the experience and the gimmick. Like playing the Wii and Wii Sports. Only exciting, like, you know, first time way more exciting, right? The first time than the next time. Or, you know, getting laid. First time pretty different than the other times. You only get one time, and then the things. Not that I'm saying that these critics have never played VR or whatever, but I feel like so much VR stuff is so bad that it's easy to play something that's even like remotely enjoyable on VR and kind of feel like, wow, that was really good in comparison to all the other sick filth that I've had to play. Honestly, like, I have all the VR headsets. I'm pretty over VR at this point. I only have them at this point strictly for work. Otherwise, I don't care. Because you know what's a lot more fun than you know what isn't more fun than just staring at a screen straight in front of you and pressing buttons, constantly turning your head and giving yourself a stiff neck. Other abilities. I just got a dash. How lackluster. Oh, his O is like an insane jump. You know, honestly, the Virtual Boy had better games, like actual games, than most VR games that I've played. If you go play Mario Clash or Wario Clash or whatever the fuck it was called, better game. Or whatever the Wario game is on there. It's Wario game, right? That game, better than probably any VR game I played. I would rather play it than play VR. So much VR stuff is just like tech demos and whatnot. I would say like the best VR games out of all that I've played, which I've played a lot of them, like I'm not gonna bother writing a review for a lot of really terrible games, which is just like the nature of the beast with this business, or this, not business, but line of work is like, if you're gonna review a game, depending on the outlet, you're gonna have to play that thing all the way through. Right? You want to give it a score. And I'm just like, I'm not going to put myself through a lot of these games all the way through. Give a game a review score. That is VR stuff, because they're just not good. I'm trying to think of the good games though. PSVR actually has some of the better games, thanks to Sony's intervention, I'm sure, and timed exclusivities like Battlezone and Rigs are pretty good. I haven't got to play Rez, but I've heard it's pretty good. Thumper's pretty good. But out of all those games, I don't know if VR is really a necessity for them. I feel like it makes aiming and like looking around, being more aware of your surroundings and like Rigs and Battlezone a little bit better. But is it worth having to buy more hardware better? Debatable. I would say no, honestly. By the way, if you are watching, and you do have a VR headset, I highly suggest getting Dolphin VR emulator and playing some old GameCube and N64 games, and Wii games, I believe, in VR because it works really well and they have it set up. It's a little work to set it up, but it is worth it. Like, you can play Double Dash and Mario Kart 64 in full VR. And I'm not talking about like, you know, you just see a screen in front of you. I'm talking about like you're immersed in the game. You can see Mario, the kart, like floating in front of you, and you can like, turn and look behind you, and it all just works. So you need to get on that. Also, if you've never played Virtual Boy games and you want to play them and make them feel moderately how they were supposed to feel or how they were intended to feel, there's a Virtual Boy emulator you can get that at least works on Oculus. I'm sure they probably have something for Vive by now. And yeah, it's a good way to play Virtual Boy games. If you are, it's up to you morally where you stand on emulators of old games that Nintendo will never ever sell again. But you can easily download the Virtual Boy games because they're pretty small. Oh, look, it's another one of those levels where they did the clever thing of making you get closer to the screen. Should have done more than just a couple of times so far. It's called the Dolphin Emulator. It just emulates Nintendo consoles. It actually emulates GameCube and Wii. I don't know if it has Wii U support yet, but you can oh my god, I don't want to talk to her anymore. What was I saying? Oh, but you can actually run N64 games on it. You have to get the Wii's like virtual console versions and run those, and you can play Mario Kart 64 in VR. I don't know if I ever streamed or have a video of that, but yeah, the NES Classic seems to be pretty difficult to get. I mean, it just came out today, but Nintendo also said to hold tight that they will have lots of stock. Just this initial rush of scalpers and stuff holding them back. Like, I feel like most of them were bought by scalpers just by looking at eBay and stuff and the prices that people are paying. I do have a Raspberry Pi myself for the media center and emulation purposes. You can also get like instead of a Raspberry Pi, get a Amazon Fire Stick TV and put emulators on there as well. Both pretty similar processes and whatnot. And you can use like different Bluetooth controllers on both as well. So. Raspberry Pi can emulate a lot of different games, though. A lot. Good news, everyone. We get to play the library level again. Because fuck kids. These developers and publishers hate children. I mean, I can't blame them. Oh, so his is Clarence a girl or a boy? I assumed it was a boy, but I don't know. It says B-Day Girl as my title up there now. I can do that, which is almost useful. Everyone's at level 3 now, and we figured out that Jake and Finn still the best, so we're just gonna stick with them. Now, as far as we know, there's no point to leveling up characters unless you want to make their stats stronger, so we'll just make him OP as shit. I want to point out we're probably about halfway through this game, despite all the replaying of levels. We've only been playing for like an hour and 40 minutes. You librarian. I wonder if the 3DS version of this is exactly identical or if it mixes it up. Sometimes that happens. Probably give it a try eventually and find out, or at least find a video of it. F off, librarian. Point out sometimes when enemies, typically these yellow enemies are spawning, they will pop on both sides of the screen for a split second. Because of course they do. Actually hit the wrong button there. YXO. So this is missing everything that makes the beat 'em up good. Mostly missing fun. I don't know if you guys have ever played a game that's fun, but this game's missing. You see the glowy light on the right side there? even though they were spawning on the left side. Like, you can see this dude's fire on the right side. Like, if they have effects, it like loops the screen somehow. Bad game design, that's how. Thank God, we got to the end of the level. We made it to another boss. Thank God. If you showing up today, be disappointed by this game. Are you joking with this boss right now? It's the computer icons. I see. I pound this computer to death. Apparently can't be hurt while there's water on the ground. The closest thing that resembles anything that needed any thought process in this game other than, hey, let's make him press the buttons. Good on you, developers. You made one boss battle that's not complete garbage. Even if it is fighting a fucking computer that's stationary. No blue screen for 404. That would be too clever, Link. Wow, it didn't even let me get the rest of those crystals. It was just like, you know what? Fuck you. Go off and die. Oh, thank God, Uncle Grandpa levels. Also, I just want to point out that there's something that's called shards and we have none of them. So, that's good. Also, those secret items, not secret because it forces you to go back and get them. Catch Pizza Steve. Alright. Sure. There he is. Steve. Oh, now I got slowed down by Pizza. guys are pretty good too. I think I'm gonna level them. You can just hold the button and get the kills instead of doing any effort whatsoever because the AI is so bad. Oh, what's this? A new variation of an enemy? That's unheard of. Oh great, now there's things on the ground that freeze me that will spawn in every level. That's good. Oh great, that pizza seed's making me jump a bunch. This one's making me go real slow. And I can't switch characters. Good. Oh no! Are those like actual pictures of the Jonas Brothers? Some other cute Rob. Or is that the voice actor for someone knows. Someone watching knows. I have faith in you. No, I didn't want the pizza Steves. Oh, well, I can attack really fast. God, there could have been like Beats of Rage or whatever that game was called, or that engine was called, where you can make a beat 'em up made by fans that would be better than this easily. Apparently that lets you replay levels in case you want to replay levels that it doesn't force you to already replay. Finally, this level lasted far too long. 7 minutes. Don't worry, it's gonna have us replay a level before long because fuck this game. I'll watch out for random ass falling meteors. Fun. Oh, you jump real high. Wow. Every now and then the game developers accidentally make something that looks like an actual thought when making this. An actual design decision. Has anyone ever played the Steven Universe game on iOS? I think it might be on Android too. It's supposed to be pretty good. It's supposed to play like Mario RPG. I've never played it, so I don't know. I know Ben Davis gave it either a 9 or a 10 on Destructoid. Was it the RPG game, Okami, or was it the, was the music one? The music one is more like a cash-in. It's not terrible, though. Yeah, I would imagine that Attack of the Light was actually decent. And it got good reviews, so... Isn't it just called Attack the Light? wreck, son. Contacts ASAP. We did it. Do we get to fight a boss now? Go grab eye drops real quick. Derby.
$6,000 left. It only has miles on it.
Well, then you get the Carfax and see. I see what you're saying, but it's also going to be winter. I'm not driving you to work. Like, I just can't. And when your remote start doesn't work, you're gonna regret it. So I think you should do something now instead of waiting. But you should still find out the Carfax and drive that one and see what's going on with it. You're currently getting fucked, so that's the problem. Oh boy, this is another boss. Yeah, Gage is gonna get a new car because his car is has problems all the time. So supposed to go test drive one today or something. Oh, I like that this boss's shadow just clipped through like a box, an invisible box back there. Big Bopper. How am I supposed to do the murdering if I don't have the #1 murder boys? All my murder boys are getting murdered. Even might actually do the most damage time-wise. Due to his bubbles doing so much damage when charged. We got 6 levels to go, but 4 items to find. Oh, I can do fantasy mode now on these levels. Oh boy. The other thing that's really shitty about this game is like they have all these different universes to choose things from, and they have like 10 different enemies. They just didn't even fucking try. Where are those flying things from? Flying burgers or bat burgers? I don't know. I don't know. Gradually get pushed to my ass. Couldn't even give me like a... I'm dead. Huh? Couldn't even give him like a push animation. Look at that. He just slides. God, how long can this go on for? That's dark, yo. But yeah, this I can just stand here forever and never die, really. cartoon finger, I'm going. Oh, we did it. Thank goodness. Oh my god. What the fuck do you want, bunny? You die, rabbit. Oh boy, this level's gonna be fun. Look at this floaty bullshit. That was all skill. Watch this for some more skill. You guys are impressed, aren't you? Impressed in my skills. So many skills. So little time. I'm like stuck. That's good, I got stuck there. I couldn't get any of the crystals. That's good. That's great even. Game is so fucking low. Wow, you can't even hit the back end of that. Should make prisoners at Guantanamo play this, like for real. this creepy shit. Boy, that was fun. Fun. Sarcasm. Love that the enemies are taking more and more hits, because that's good. I'm like falling asleep. This game's so fucking boring. Take out my contacts here soon, they're hurting me. Might have to be a glasses boy for a month. Probably can afford contacts. Oh my god, it's literally making you play other levels in harder difficulty? Oh, maybe it's not just harder difficulty. It's fantasy mode, which is all glittery and shit. I don't know what's going on. stage. I hear ya. So happy when I'm done with this game forever. Oh my god, I have to go do the RV level again, which is a super long, annoying level. So, that's good. More backtracking. Not even backtracking, it's just doing the same level again. If you just tune back in, this is a space level that we already did in fantasy mode, which I don't know if that's difficulty or what, but it makes it all sparkly. So there you go. Your guess is as good as mine. Drops. Almost like no health. But I think you're actually like constantly gaining health in this mode. That's why I have the pluses around me. So it's not even harder, it's easier. Kill me, Jesus, please, God. Yeah, getting Jake and Finn as strong as possible. It makes sense since Jake and Finn do the most damage to begin with. Who are you sexting? Why is your phone vibrating? Fuck. Because Uncle Grandpa is dumb? And that's why it would take you here? And we gotta go to the Ice Mountain to get to the Flame Girl, even though the Flame Girl's been in like every fucking level. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't show up in this level again before we hit the end. Sorry, I just got distracted by my phone and just kept mashing buttons because it doesn't even matter. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Everything is a lie and for nothing. Welcome to nihilism. Fuck you. Yeah! Pound it! Pound that fucking dog! Nothing I love more than seeing a young boy pound the shit out of a dog. Just hammer it. Thank God we get to redo a level we just did. Thank God. I was wondering when I would get to redo this level. Turns out almost instantly. Because these developers hate children and game critics. somehow playing this game doesn't feel as bad as the terrible election results. So it's got that going for it. Not as bad as Donald Trump ruining the free world. Right, at the end of the game, it could just pop up a message on the screen that says, "Hey, kill everyone that's not straight and white." Better go in here. Oh look, it's this place that we've already done once before, but now we did it in the snow. Hoorah. Oh man, I can't wait to see what the thrilling conclusion to this non-existent story is. Hopefully it's that Uncle Grandpa puts us all out of our misery and kills himself. Exactly. Remember that episode of Steven Universe that was a crossover for April Fool's Day that was fucking awful? That's Uncle Grandpa. Yeah. An understatement. Gage. The Steven Universe's weapon in this, what would you expect it to be? Guess what it is. He blows a bubble up in front of him and then it uses it and it explodes to hurt enemies. Exactly. Because whoever made this gave zero shits about the cannon.
Have they ever seen it?
Right. Apparently not. Like, look at this, people of Twitch. See how this rock is sitting and it makes sense? Now look, take the perspective on it. Doesn't make sense at all. That game design is bad. I would rather play Mario Party than play this. And that Mario Party, honestly, not terrible. Problem with it being that there's only like 30 fucking mini games in the main mode, and by the time you completed the game, or more than like a couple of rounds, you're already sick of playing the same few mini games. Also, Donkey Kong's voice is really fucked up, and there's no Birdo, so. At least that game had voices of characters. How do you have iconic cartoon characters with no voice or character, personality? Like, really, none of these characters have their personalities at all. Oh, spooky cave. You know what this means? Oh my god, did it just freeze? Are you fucking kidding me? If it didn't save my progress, I'm done. I'm not playing all the way through this. This will be the point where it ends.